Moving, even if it's just across town, is one of the most stressful things you'll ever do. But when you add in foreign bureaucracy, a new language, and adjusting to a country you may not have even visited yet, it becomes a whole different challenge. If you're moving overseas, let me share with you our pro tips on planning and packaging for an international move so you can make the process smoother, smarter, and more straightforward. Number 1. Why is packing for an overseas move different? Packing for an international move is very different from a local or interstate relocation. On overseas moves, self-packing usually isn't allowed. Every carton has to be inventoried and listed as if it were packed by the moving company. That means even if you box up some of your own items, the movers will have to inspect them and relabel them as professionally packed. This rule is in place because customs officials in different countries require accuracy in documentation and want to reduce the risk of restricted items slipping through. That's why most international moving quotes already include full-service packing. Number 2, make a detailed pre-move checklist. With so many moving parts, having a detailed pre-move checklist is essential. Think about tasks like vetting international movers, enrolling kids in schools, canceling utilities, collecting deposits from landlords and service providers, and updating important records. Without a checklist, it's easy for critical items to slip through the cracks. A moving abroad checklist helps you stay organized in the months and weeks leading up to your departure so you aren't scrambling at the last minute. Number 3. Research import restrictions. Before you start packing, research the import restrictions for your destination country. Rules vary, but some of the most common restricted or prohibited items include alcohol, firearms, large amounts of cash, hazardous materials, pirated products, agricultural goods, perishable foods, and even certain electronics or appliances. The last thing you want is to have your belongings delayed or confiscated at customs. Always ask your mover what you can and cannot bring so you can avoid any surprises. Number 4. Downsizing and becoming a minimalist. One of the best ways to make your overseas move easier is by downsizing. Many expats regret bringing too much stuff, especially bulky items like furniture, bedding, and kitchenware. These things are not only expensive to ship, but they may not even fit in smaller apartments abroad. If your move is short-term, consider putting some of your belongings in storage back home. Keep in mind the climate in your new country, whether housing is furnished, and what you can easily buy once you arrive. Becoming a minimalist will save you money and stress. Number 5. How much does it cost to move abroad? The cost of moving overseas varies widely. Moving a small one-bedroom apartment to a nearby country might cost around $3,000 depending on how close the country is. On the other hand, shipping a multi-bedroom home halfway across the world can easily top $30,000. For most families, the average range falls between $7,000 and $10,000. The exact cost depends on the size of your home, the distance you're moving, and the services you choose. Since international moves can range anywhere from just a couple $1,000s to well over $30,000, it's important to get a clear idea of where your move will land on that spectrum. That is also why you should try moveBuddha's free moving cost calculator via the link below. It gives you an instant estimate of your moving costs without requiring an email or personal information. It provides practical tips to help you save money. Now let's talk about how to handle high-value items and why it's so important to point these out before your movers arrive. Number 6. Handling high-value items. Electronics, jewelry, artwork, and other valuables should always be pointed out before the movers arrive. Items worth more than $100 per pound are usually listed on a separate high-value inventory form. By identifying these items early, you make sure they're properly documented and protected during the move. Number 7. Electrical systems abroad. Something many people forget about is that electrical systems overseas can be very different from the United States. Different voltages, plugs, and sockets may mean your appliances won't work without adapters or converters. In some cases, it may make more sense to buy replacements once you arrive. Number 8. Insurance options. Insurance is another big factor. International movers typically offer marine insurance policies, and you can also purchase supplemental coverage from third parties. Be sure to check deductibles, confirm coverage for both damage and total loss, and declare enough value to fully replace your belongings if something happens. Number 9. Airline baggage policies and personal essentials. When it comes to flying with personal luggage, baggage policies can be strict. Every airline has weight and volume limits, and going over often means hefty fees. Doing a dry run with a scale before heading to the airport can save you headaches. Packing efficiently is key. Roll your clothes, use zip-top bags, and distribute weight evenly across suitcases. Most importantly, keep essential items within arm's reach: passports, travel documents, tickets, medications, chargers, and a change of clothes. These basics will get you through the first few days even if your shipment or checked luggage is delayed. When you look at the big picture, full-service packing is the smartest choice for an overseas move. It'll save you time, give you peace of mind, and make sure your belongings clear customs without delays. But if your move isn't international and you're just relocating to another state, you'll face an entirely different set of challenges. That's why we've put together an ultimate guide to moving out of state in this video right here to help you stay organized and stress-free no matter where life takes you.